If you love stop motion animation like me, then you've probably heard of Kevin Parry. And if you haven't heard of him, then you might have seen something that he's animated. He likes slicing things frame by frame and doing actions 50 or more times. Sounds weird, I know, but genuinely it's good. There's a link in the description if you want to check him out. So, back in November, Kevin launched a stop motion animation competition on The Collective. The Collective is a platform that hosts creative competitions run by influencers and other creatives. And his competition was running until the 6th of January 2020. So if you're watching this today, you have got a tiny fraction amount of time to get an entry in if you feel like you want to try. His only rule for the competition was that you had to animate a person. So I wanted to enter and I needed to come up with an idea. Now, from November to January, that's quite a lot of time, and I'm one of those people that thrives on really small windows of time. So I had purposely left it and I hadn't done anything about it. It got to the end of December, Christmas had just passed, and I suddenly remembered there was this competition and I hadn't yet made an entry. And the idea that jumped out was this really short idea called Don't Lose Your Head, where I'm in front of a mirror and I'm tying a tie and I pull the tie so tight that my head pops off. Thought it might be funny, hopefully it would be different to anything anybody else was doing, and in a lot of Kevin's stop motion magic ideas where he does visual effects in After Effects, he likes to use mirrors, so I thought using a mirror might be appropriate in that respect as well. This was challenging because I was filming myself and I wanted the camera to see the reflection of me in the mirror, but as the actor in this scenario, I had to make eye contact with the camera's reflection in the mirror. I couldn't actually see myself, so I couldn't see my performance frame by frame. I didn't know if it was looking good down the camera, and the computer was off to the side of me, so I couldn't see that either. And because my full body was in shot, I had to trigger the pictures with my big toe. So I had to put the keypad down on the floor and tap it with my toe. So that's where the challenges happened. And because this idea involved my head becoming detached from my body, I also had to act out frame by frame a performance facially for when my head wasn't attached, and then also for how my body was going to be when my head was in the air. So there were layers of acting that I had to do, and I had to keep a check on which images were what, so that when I came to edit it, I didn't get too confused. But I like a challenge, I like an experiment, and earlier last year I'd made a short film called Armless. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link somewhere up here. It involved similar techniques that I have used in this film. So I was compositing different parts of myself in a picture to make it look as if my head had popped off. And in Armless I did a similar idea, but I pulled my arms off. This one was less gory. I didn't use any clay or anything to show bones or flesh or blood or anything like that, but it was this layered technique in Photoshop where I had to paint in the inside of the shirt so it looked as if it was hollow, and I had to superimpose a head on top of a blank mirror to make it look as if my head was floating. I think they're announcing the winners in about a week, so I guess I'll keep you informed on my social media if I hear anything back. And even if I don't, this was really fun to do, and hopefully it's made a really interesting video to show you a bit of the process as well. I've got lots of fun ideas for videos this year and lots of stuff in the pipeline, so make sure you're subscribed to check them out, and I will catch you in the next video.